Hi, uh, yeah, Apurva Paigode. Today I'm going to talk on about technical topic, the future of a medical coding. So, in the medical industries, the industry is increasingly going to be dominated by AI. Okay, and with an automations, what is about the human labor then that remains for indispensable. So there's no way to get a right of human labors. What aspect of coding will AI never be able to replicate the technologies. So when we think about what I could be called simpler high volume visit for things like diagnostic, imagine or emergency medicine, or for example there's a lot of things that a medicine can do faster, more precious to code than a person can do a because the nature of those visits is largely consistent and knowable, so which presents different opportunities to save time and money, not to mention to save from precious resources which are skill coded skill coder. If the contrast then in more complex area of a medicine like neurology, cardiology, oncology, to a few we're going to need a combination of coding automations and people in the loop to be able to render decision because there is some for information to account for. Not only is there more information to account for, but the rate of change with that information is greater. So and that information has to be what we say uh, contextualized to arrive the final code in order to be. So and that taking to the account everything from the history of the patient to a clinical documentation, from EMR notes from the physician, orders, lab diagnostic data from the images, and so on, so on, so on. In short, the process itself is more unannounced, requiring the expertise to the skills coder in conjugations with the automation. So whether it's a relatively simple visit or more complex, there's no opportunity with the both enhanced coding outcome when you marry a human judgment with the technology. uh, that's it ultimately accelerate the capability for the technology to learn. So I think about both the people and the different aspect of the automations are going to exist in the tandem for a quite sometimes. Yeah, so yes, the coder with the right technology can become even better because technology gives them additional clinical and coding connections. So when can generate AI, and the modern AI system provides for the human coder that we couldn't even dream of 5 or 10 years ago. So we start with the premises for the medical coding by people is not going um, away, and there are the additional opportunities to gain a efficacy through the automations. So in some case the specialty to autonomously code chart means they are directly build directly built without the human interventions. We should be focusing on pragmatisms with all of these scenarios in mind. This is much about the healthcare organization mindset and division labor for as it about the technology itself. So I think that adaptation of medical coding automation, it start with the essentially assessing so what a job to be done or today, and what opportunities can create a greater productivity, which will affect the bottom lines. So um, and once that has been called out, the work been segmented, and the opportunities has actually been qualified in the term of the what people do, that is automation does, what autonomous technologies can do. There is a need to be a time frames established to solve for what, and there needs to be a representations from key stakeholder to in the solving for it. It needs to include the all stakeholders, including the physician community coding, so IT and revenue cycles, and there has no what we say that there is a no there is no need to include all the stakeholders, including the physician community coding, IT and the revenue cycles, and there has a no support from the suites and willingness to the adapt operations in the future. So with that change in mind, I think the willingness of a healthcare leader to fully reimagine those process, and then to able to demonstrate patience to achieve and end state, more importantly to support teams that doing it. It is important as the outcome that can result in form of saving when it comes to time, money and resources. So medical coding has a very vast future. It can't be end, it can't be stopped, and it is very good for in healthcare industries. Okay, thank you.